In this episode, how to stay ripped while being fat.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Welcome, everyone, to episode 221 of The Daily Mother Swole. Episode 221 of The Daily Swole. And, what should we talk about today? Well, I got a great topic, and it's going to be a lot better than you might even expect it. How to stay ripped while being fat. How to stay ripped while being fat. And right now, you're probably going to have no idea what the heck I'm talking about, but you will, of course, once we get started. It's a great episode. It sounds like an oxymoron, and it is, but it's a holiday season, and this is when everything is going to come to a head. This is when it's really important. Again, thank you for joining me on Facebook Live, watching on YouTube. If you haven't caught the podcast on SoundCloud and iTunes, check it out. It's a great format. It's a great way to consume all the material. So check out that podcast when you can, driving, washing the dishes, or when you're at the gym making sick fucking greens. So when you're doing any of those things, you can check out Daily Swole. How to stay ripped while being fat. This is a time of year where everyone is going to have challenges, and I keep on hitting these talking points because this is crunch time. The next 10, 15 days is when it's all going down and when everything is going to hit the fan, so to speak, with food, eating crap, people bringing in cookies to work, people wanting to go out to parties and drinking and open bars and stuff, and that's all well and good. You can have some fun, but at the same time, you are going to be exposed to a lot of crap, a lot of alcohol, a lot of carbohydrates. And actually, alcohol has more calories than carbs. If you remember our nutrition talk, that fat has 9 calories per gram, protein and carbs have 4, and alcohol has 7. So you're actually spiking your insulin, and you're getting almost the same amount of calories as fat content that is actually more likely to get stored as body fat than fat itself. So that is something to keep in mind when you're drinking a lot of alcohol. There are certain ones that are a little bit better than others, but that's another episode. Here are some strategies. How to stay ripped while being fat. And what that means is, doesn't mean you have to have a six-pack now, but in other words, how to stay lean, how to stay on point while you're eating and you're indulging or you're going to be exposed to these things. So if you're going to eat crappy, or you eat certain foods, there are certain strategies you can take that will limit how much you consume, that will limit how far you fall. Okay, some of you might be really strict in your diet and stay hard and stay true to it. Some other of you might fall off the wagon every time, Christmas and the holidays come around. Like from Thanksgiving through New Year's, you might just be a hot mess. And then you're spending the whole rest of the year, January, February, March, April, trying to struggle to get back to where you were. And then by the time you get back to where you were, you have Thanksgiving again, and then you go right back into the shame spiral. So let's first talk about willpower. You have to want it. You have to really want it. You can't have someone tell you, you need to lose weight, or man, I wish you would stop eating so much. It needs to come from within. So first off, you have to want it yourself. You have to want to do it. If you don't want to do it, then guess what? You're not going to do it. And that's as simple as it is. With anything in life, if you want it, you'll do it. If you don't, you won't. Next one, discipline. It's one thing to want it. It's another thing to actually do it, whether you like it or not. You have to work out sometimes when you don't feel like it. You have to work out when you're tired. You have to go to the gym when you don't feel like it. You have to rest when you don't want to. You have to work out when you want to rest. You have to eat foods you don't want to eat when you have to eat them. And that's part of getting a result. You have to bite the bullet. You're not going to enjoy everything. And that's what I always talk about when people have a problem with fitness or where they don't see results, because a lot of times in this world, with food, with relationships, with businesses, with fitness, people are looking for entertainment. They want to be entertained. They want to be coddled. They want to have an arm put around them and be like, oh, this is going to be fun for you. We're going to have a good time. Well, shit's not always a good time. It's hard fucking work. When you're in a relationship, it's work, communication, all the other things that go into a personal relationship with a spouse or a boyfriend or girlfriend. Also, when it comes to your fitness, you have to, it's hard work. It's not, we're jumping around doing fucking Zumba. I'm not saying you can't do Zumba, but man, if you want to have a physique and a shape and a figure, you got to lift some freaking weights. You have to put in the time and eat your veggies. You got to do things you don't want to do. You have to eat foods that you might not want to eat. Oh, I don't really like these. I'm not allergic to it, but I don't prefer it. Well, suck it up, Buttercup, and eat it, drink it, get it done, because then you'll get the results. And if you want those results, you have to do certain things. If you don't do those certain things, you won't get the results. If that's a problem for you, then you better be happy with where you are, because it's not going to happen. You have to get it done or it won't happen. And it's simple. Do it or don't do it, and then you can just shut up. Simple. But this is the time of year where you absolutely can do it. This is supposed to be encouraging, but I'm just telling it like it is. If you want it, you'll do it. So you have to make sure that you actually want it and be honest with yourself. If you really want it, do it. If you don't lie to yourself and indulge and enjoy. Find a support system. A support system, family, friends, someone else. Maybe it could be a cousin, it could be a best friend, could be a coworker, someone that you might team up with, to set a common goal where no one's going to gain more than 2 pounds or a pound, or you're going to go to the gym once a week and take a selfie and send it to each other and and prove that you're at the gym, twice a week over the vacation or when you're away from work on an off day. That's another reason why I created Swolenormous Premium. If you haven't checked out my premium group, it's a private group on Facebook, and you can sign up clicking the sign up button here on the page, or also swolenormous.com. And it's an exclusive private membership-based group for people. And we're going to be doing something in the next 2 weeks where it's going to keep everyone accountable. We're already talking about program design in the group. We're talking about pitfalls. We're talking about goal setting, long and short term. There's no secret as to why we're talking about those things, and why the homework for this week is for everyone to gather their long and short term goals and break it down so I can go over it and make sure that they're realistic so people stay on point. We're doing it now, so by the time January 1st comes, you're already doing it. You're not starting on the 2nd, 3rd, or 4th. You're doing it now, because the sun's going to rise the same way tomorrow as it will the next day. It's no different just because there's a different number on the calendar on the little box, okay? So I know it might be cold where you are. It might be dark. I was just on the beach like half an hour ago. It's 85 degrees and it's gorgeous outside. So I'm sorry it might be cold and dark, but you chose to live there. So bundle up, go to the gym, get it done, and it's just going to be hard work no matter you. It's no different to work out here than it is where you are. And I know I can go outside and go for a walk and not freeze my nuts off, but at the same time, you can still bundle up and go to the gym or walk up and down the stairs in your house. You can do things. You can get things done. So a support system where you have a team, where you have camaraderie, where you have people that you can answer to. That's why in Premium we have accountability meetings almost daily, but mostly on Mondays where we focus on setting the program and where we have assignments and things that we have to work on through the week. And the other days we break down the Daily Swole episodes and other things that might be pending to apply to your daily life to make sure you're seeing progress. But you need that support system. So I encourage you need to find a friend, a family member, someone that supports you. Your family member might not care if you lose weight, but you have to. It's about you. It's not about them. It's not about your friends. If you want it, find someone close to you that will help keep you on point. And if not, then join my premium group and I will help keep you on point. And so will all the other members. So you have those options. You have the accountability group with me, and you have your also in combination with your family and friends that will keep you on point. Super, super, super important. Now, here's some actual tactile things that you can do. These are some physical things you can do to limit the amount of food intake or adjust the food intake over the holidays. Plate size. I remember seeing some fact, don't quote me on the numbers, but if you decrease your plate size, your diameter by 1 inch, it decreases your calorie intake like 20 or 30%. And that is something that I saw on like a news channel or some newsreel. I don't know if it was on Facebook like 5 years ago. It was something. But you could look it up, but it's a fact. Obviously, if you have less plate to fill up, you're going to fill up less plate and less food. So what you should be doing is eating off super small plates. And if you want more, then go get another serving. First off, it's going to help you eat slower. When you eat slower, your hormonal system, your endocrine system, gives that feedback about 10 to 15 minutes as a delay. So when you feel full, now you're going to feel really full. That's when you're done eating. You're like, oh my God, I'm full. I'm stuffed. I can't have any more. 10, 15 minutes later, you feel even more full and more disgusting because it takes about 10 to 15 minutes for those hormones to sift back through the blood and get transmitted to the brain so you actually register how full you actually are. So if you want to cap your caloric intake and keep your body in check, you need to stop eating when you're about 75 to 80% full. So stop eating while you're still hungry. Trust me, try this. Try this any day of the week. Try this. If you're trying to lose weight, try this. If you're struggling to lose weight, if you're struggling with portion control and like hunger, if you're struggling with how much to eat, if you're struggling over the holidays, try this anytime. Stop eating while you're still hungry, and then wait 15 minutes. If you're still hungry, you can go have some more. I mean, it's not like I'm keeping you, don't eat any more food, but chances are you'll either do something else, you'll feel, no, I'm full, I'm good, I don't want any more. It's actually more accurate because by the time you actually were 100% full, but by the time you're 75%, those hormones were kept on filtering through the blood. A hormone is a messenger, and it's a delay. It's not a nerve where it gets it instantaneously almost. It takes about 10, 15 minutes for that information, that messenger. It's like snail mail. It's like USPS. It'll take a couple days for it to get to your brain. So it takes a little bit longer, and then your brain gets the message, I'm really full now. Oh, wait. Oh, there's more messages coming in. Oh, no, stop. And then you keep on getting more and more and more full 15 minutes, 20 minutes after. That's why you feel more gross because it's still filtering in. We got a lot of people in here. Keep sharing this. Thank you. This next couple things are super important. So that one was huge. Most of you probably already knew, okay, willpower, discipline, support system, maybe you didn't know, that's really important. But plate size and portion control, that's huge. So if you need a second serving, you go get a second serving. But you're less likely to get 5 servings than you are to fill up one big plate. Make sense? Or 2 big plates. 2 big plates or 5 small ones. You're not going to make 5 freaking trips. Chances are, because it's going to slow you down, it's going to slow down your eating process. Use a smaller fork, take smaller bites. All these things slow down your pace to allow your body to register how full or how hungry you actually are. Super important. The last one I want to talk about. This could be gold for everyone. This is gold for everyone. If you know this, throw up some more likes. If you don't know it, throw up a lot of likes and a lot of shares because you are going to flip a shit when you actually put this into application. This is huge. About 10 to 15 minutes before you eat a meal, you could try this today, especially for those that are, this goes for anyone to get your actual, like how realistic your hunger is, because most people's thirst mechanism is so weak, you're actually not triggering the right amount of thirst or hunger. Let me reverse that. Your thirst mechanism, people are so generally dehydrated that your body tends to trigger hunger because you're not responding to the thirst mechanism. So your body's saying, I'm thirsty, and you ignore it. So eventually your body starts saying, I'm hungry, and then you eat food, and of course you're not hungry, you're really thirsty, so you overeat. I want you to drink a big glass of water, like 12 ounces of water, with some lemon. Take some lemon. It's alkaline in the body, and it helps neutralize stomach acids. It helps neutralize things in the body that will make you feel hungrier. So I want you to squeeze some lemon in a big glass of water. I want you to drink that entire glass of water about 10 to 15 minutes before you eat. And then when you sit down for your food, you will actually feel more realistically how hungry you are, how truly hungry you are. Try that. I guarantee you are going to message me and be like, dude, that changed the game for me. Because if you actually limit and you eliminate that feeling that your body is saying, I'm hungry, and you eliminate 60% of that because it's actually thirst, not hunger, then you actually can eat what you're supposed to eat in the volume you're supposed to eat it, which is a lot less than you probably think. And all of a sudden, boom, you start seeing results, start seeing change. Still got to eat the right foods, at the right time of day, around when you work out, eat good proteins, eat good carbs, eat good fats, all that stuff, but limiting that consumption by drinking more water. And you can cure this a lot by drinking a gallon throughout the day, but specifically a big glass of lemon water, 12 to 16 ounces, about 10 to 15 minutes before you eat. That is a game changer. Thank you so much for joining me for episode 221 of The Daily Mother Swole. Left bicep and the right. It's like a bicep freaking swing. It's like a porch swing. This is awesome. I did yoga today and it was amazing. I feel great. I hope you feel great too. It's Tuesday, so I'll see you tomorrow on Wednesday, hump day, for episode 222. Deuces straight across. And I'll tell you what, tomorrow is hump day. So tomorrow we're going to do another raffle. So tomorrow, Wednesday, hump day. Giveaway Wednesday. Oh, I like that. Giveaway Wednesday. Right in the middle of the week to get people through that hump. Tomorrow, we are going to go for, dare I say 50? No. Let's try to get at least 40. If we hit 40 live viewers, this is what's going to happen tomorrow. If we hit at least 40 live viewers, it's going to be raffled off to between the people that share the post. So once we hit 40 tomorrow, I will go through. If we hit 40 at any point in the broadcast after the episode, I'll go through and see who shared the actual live broadcast during the show, and I will raffle it off between those people. I already sending out the last episode or 2 episodes ago, the Kegel shirt, so that will be another one up. If there's for some reason it's out of stock, maybe you can get one for a friend, but I will get your size and your address after the show. I'll message you to let you know who won the Kegel shirt, repping the old school Swole. So you still have a chance to get some t-shirts. It's pinned to the top of the page, teespring.com/Swolenormous. Thank you for watching live on Facebook. Thank you for watching on YouTube and listening on SoundCloud and iTunes. Remember, check me out on Snapchat and also Instagram and Instagram stories, blowing shit up over there. A lot of stuff between those 2 live platforms. Thank you for joining me again. I'll see you tomorrow for episode 222. Peace.